event of the evening, we got the first title fight until we got a women's flyweight championship matchup between Valentina Shevchenko going up against Lauren Murphy. Valentina Shevchenko comes in at 21-3 and is the minus 1400 favorite, whereas Lauren Murphy comes in at 15-4 and is the plus 800 underdog. Shevchenko is a southpaw who is more of a counter striker. She's quick with her strikes and is more tight with what she throws technique. She prides herself on the fundamentals. She is a sniper with her straight left. She likes to throw leg kicks where she is usually sets up her head kicks with her body kicks. Mixes in a spinning back kick to body kick to keep her opponents at distance. She likes to get her takedowns in the clinch and uses a headlock into a throw. It has a nice outside leg trip. She looks for top control in guard, and a lot of her takedowns come from the clinch. She likes to work in the side control where she can throw elbows and attack with several submissions she has in her back pocket. She has good striking defense and takedown defense. She needs to improve her volume control and improve her get-ups. Whereas Lauren Murphy is a boxer who likes to come in with forward pressure. She is really good in the clinch and uses a lot of strength to attack her opponent. She has nice knees to the head. She's more reactive with her grappling and takedowns. She looks for double leg takedowns with her when her opponents are aggressive, and she will level change at times. She is really durable, but doesn't wear her damage well. Is hittable on her feet, and movement is easily predictable, and she tends to not move her head off the center line. What are your thoughts on this fight, and who do you have winning?
The first thing, I'm going to put money on Lauren Murphy just because those numbers are ridiculous. This is one of the biggest underdogs fights I've seen in a very long time. So I'm going to put a little bit of money on her. This was easy for me. This is a Valentina fight. She's a monster. The only time we haven't seen her lose since 2017, and that's to Amanda Nunes. And we talk about this all the time, right? That's the fight to make with her and with Amanda. They both complement each other very well. The thing about this is Lauren Murphy is riding a 5-fight win streak. She's a very capable fighter. She got that huge split decision win over JoJo Calderwood. But the thing that separates these two is the striking defense. They both throw a high volume. Valentina barely gets hit. Her strike, I think she absorbs like 1.9 strikes per fight or per minute, right? Where Lauren Murphy absorbs more than she throws. And it's because of what you said. She's a traditional boxer. She keeps her head on that center line and she just keeps moving forward. So Valentina has the ability to kind of, no pun intended, dance around her opponent and pepper in leg strikes and punches and the jab and work everything. And I think that's what we're going to see. I think where Murphy kind of separates herself is if she does go for those takedowns. If she shoots for those takedowns, I don't think Valentina is going to be looking for them. I think that she's just going to be thinking, oh, it's going to be a boxing match. I can outslug her, I can move around, and then I can just work for it.
Yeah.
But Lauren Murphy has to be careful of what we see. Like Valentina's ground game is very good. Like we saw in her last fight, where she worked from crucifix position and started just peppering elbows and ground and pound. So again, this Lauren Murphy is a great fighter. She's very capable of winning this fight. I don't think she does win this fight. I'm going Valentina by second round stoppage.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I got Valentina Shevchenko. She's just a specimen in the octagon. She is a master at that kickboxing range where she can just keep the distance, throw the leg kicks. She runs in and hits you with the strikes, gets back out, and then just circles you. And she has one of the best takedown defenses in the game right now. And that's going to be one of the only areas where Lauren Murphy has a chance is if she can kind of get up close, clinch her, and get her down. Because then on the mat, that's where Shevchenko is a little bit off her game. She hasn't had to work on it. You saw the blueprint in a few fights ago where she was able to be taken down and then control it on the ground a little bit. But it's just that she's so well defended it that she can keep it from happening. And for a fighter to be minus 1,400 favorite and still feels compelled to improve on her game, she brought in Brandon Moreno to
Yeah.
work on her striking, which I watched, and it just amazes me how somebody that good can find holes in her own game to where she needs to improve and bring somebody in to just like polish herself up.
Yeah.
That's where you have a true Hall of Fame status right there, because you find the smallest of details to critique yourself on, and you try and fix it. So I feel like you're going to see her come in and make it a point to get her striking going, whereas more so it's her leg kicks that do most of the work.
Yeah.
She's going to come in, rush in, throw the strike in. I feel like she's going to want to come in and knock out and Lauren Murphy. She's going to want to pressure her, move around. She's going to use the leg kicks to keep her at bay, and then she's just going to bum rush in and get the first round knockout. I don't think this is going to be that long of a fight. I think it's going to be 2 minutes in. She's going to do her thing, and she's going to rush in, knock her out, prove the point, and then and get out so she can do her dance.
Yeah, I mean, listen, dude. She is an amazing fighter.
Yeah.
She's one of my favorite fighters in general, male or female. I love watching her fight. I love everything that she does. Lauren Murphy, we also don't know her gas tank, right? We haven't seen her go 5 rounds. So if this does get into the later rounds, what does she have? Is her gas tank going to be able to withstand the onslaught that is Valentina Shevchenko? It's going to be a great fight. I'm giving Murphy a little more credit, so I said second round. I At first, and honestly, dude, I wanted to say this was going to be a doctor stoppage because you said Lauren Murphy doesn't wear her damage well.
Yeah.
And we've seen more doctor stoppage lately, and we've seen like look at Jessica Ai, man, her last fight, like her bone was exposed in her head, right? I feel like the UFC and like the athletic commission in Vegas and everywhere else is looking to protect the fighters a little bit more. So you are seeing more doctors intervening on these fights. But I'm gonna go stoppage because I honestly think that Valentina is just gonna overwhelm her, and this is probably gonna be a Herb Dean ref match. So I feel like Herb Dean's just gonna slide in there, do that like traditional Herb Dean slide, and that's gonna be the end of it. But
do you think?
I think it's an end new
She has
situation. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Do you think there's any chance that she could get inside the pocket and start trading shots with her with that boxing background? Or do you think that Shevchenko is just going to be so good at controlling the distance that she's not going to let her get inside at all?
I mean, she's the taller of the two fighters, Murphy is. I think maybe by an inch or two, but their reach is identical. Valentina doesn't stay planted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like she's like a ballerina in the cage. So I don't think Valentina would stand there and bang with Murphy because Murphy does have good hands. I think what we're going to see is exactly what you said, dancing around, peppering those shots, and getting in, getting out. If Murphy can get Valentina to stand, that's going to be her best advantage. We talked about the takedowns, but the dirty boxing, the knees, the elbows, like all that clench work is going to soften Valentina up, but I just don't see that happen. I don't see a lot of clench work in this. I just see this. I see it being quick, but not as quick as you. But we're both sitting with a stoppage on Valentina's part.